right, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to DuePoint at our head office. Welcome to everyone who's tuning in live, wherever you may be in South Africa. Feel free to introduce yourself. We've got Jane on the live chat, even though she's streaming the rugby at the same time. So we will get through this presentation short and sharp. It's typically about a 35-minute presentation, so it is fairly short and sharp. And I hope to give you enough information so that you can make an informed decision by the end of this presentation, because this is not very as much a presentation as it is an invitation. It is very much a business proposition. It is a proposal to come join us in partnership here in this business. And so know that DuePoint is actually a division of another company called Constantia Insurance Company Limited. That's their logo over there. Their office is just up the road from us. We don't share offices with them. But Constantia is a very well-established insurance business. We've been around for 70 years, even though DuePoint is only about 3.5 years old. So as a division, we were formed in February 2016 when a number of factors came together for the founders of this aspect of the business. And this will give you some context to the relevance of our business, which is fairly important to understand if I'm inviting you into partnership with us. One of the greatest focuses of this business is to create social impact in the community that we work within. And so what we've done is we've opened up this business opportunity to kind of embrace social entrepreneurship. We've invited community to come join us to partner with this business, to become stakeholders in our business, so that you're able to empower yourselves to change your own circumstance, to empower yourself from a financial perspective. Because that's why we're here, right? You're here for one reason only, and that's for money, right? And so the mandate becomes, if you accept this proposition to join us in partnership, our focus becomes to help us create a greater business, a DuePoint that spreads across the entire country, that has more effect on more people's lives in every corner of South Africa. And while you're doing that, while you're connecting people to this business, you get to create that stake here at DuePoint for yourself. You get to create what we call a channel of distribution for yourself. And that leads to a host of benefits for you, right? So if you're able to create a channel of distribution, you get to create additional income for yourself. We call this a DuePoint return, which we pay our wealth engineers every single month. And it is in the form of recurring income, because that's what separates us as an insurance company to many other businesses, is that we create true annuity or passive income here at DuePoint, right? This is the opposite to employment. We don't pay you commission-based or sales-based income. It's not a salary. It's not activity-based income. It's your ability to derive income out of this channel of distribution that you build. The beauty of recurring income is that next month you can do nothing and DuePoint will still pay you. But at your day job, what happens if you miss work for the whole of October? What's your boss going to say? Don't come back. Right? Here at DuePoint, we are the antithesis. We are the opposite of employment, right? We get rid of all the risk that is associated with employment. We get rid of that in this business. And one of those aspects is the ability to create recurring income. Also, the power duplication. It's your opportunity to go out and build a team around you that can help you build your channel of distribution, can help you connect more people, can help you grow your income much faster than you can on your own. And so that's certainly something that you want to tap into. And then our business is extremely easy to do. It's very flexible because of the technology that we've leveraged here at DuePoint. We've spent and invested a lot of money into technology because it makes business so much easier, simpler, faster, cheaper, right? And so you can build your channel of distribution anywhere in the country, anywhere in the country. It doesn't matter where you are. If I wanted to connect someone in Pofadder this evening, I can do it. And I can start growing a channel in another town separated by thousands of kilometers from me because of the technology, right? So again, something you want to lean into. And then we have created the service for all our wealth engineers, this benefit. We call it legal access. This is a free service that every single active wealth engineer gets to enjoy, where you have a lawyer at your disposal 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. Who would like a lawyer? For free. There's no charge for that, right? Because our business is very much built around the concept of creating wealth. But at the same time, while we create wealth, we've got to protect ourselves from all that liability, from all that risk in life, And having a lawyer in your back pocket helps you in that regard. And then our business is designed to be very low risk, to have a very low barrier to entry. That means it becomes accessible to everybody, right? When we talk about creating social impact in this business, not just for the few, we want to create social impact for as many South Africans as possible who want to empower themselves. And so we've got no risk attached to this opportunity. I'm not going to ask you to go buy boxes of product to invest in. I'm not going to ask you for a starter kit that you have to buy or registration fees that you have to incur. I want you to be able to consider this business with very little risk, so there's no fear in that decision. And even if you're skeptical, you're still free to make the decision to try this business because there's nothing to lose. Right? So that's very important for us. We make it as accessible as possible because there's no qualifications or experience requirements. And then for me, probably the most important benefit is the ability that you get to build something that you have ownership over. This is treated as an asset. Your channel of distribution is an asset that you own. It means you can sell it. It means it will never retrench you. It will never retire you when you get to 60 and 65 years of age. And it doesn't disappear upon death either. Wouldn't you love to give wealth to your next generation, to your children? Real wealth. To your children, to your grandchildren, to your spouse that you leave behind, right? You get to create something in this lifetime that you have ownership over. Again, like I said, this business is so much the antithesis of employment, because in employment, we work for somebody else for 45 years. And what do we have to show for it? Why do 95% of our population, they can't afford retirement? Why is that? Why do we spend a lifetime working for someone else if that is our prospect, right? I'm hoping that people will start sacrificing time building something that you own at the end of the day, right? And then finally, there's absolutely no selling required in our business. I'm sure you arrived here or you were invited here thinking, okay, what are we selling? That was the first question. What's the product? What are we selling? There's no selling. We've excluded you from that responsibility, right? This is wonderful. Because who likes to sell insurance products and investment products? No one. That is our job. Your job is just to go out and to connect people to this business. That's all you have to do. Just go speak to them. So there's opportunity. You think there's no opportunity, but there is. There's a business called DuePoint. Come sit down for 35 minutes. That's all you have to get someone to do. You don't have to convince them. You don't have to sell anything to them. That's my job, right? That's the job of this presentation. That's available online. It's available here at head office. We do this presentation live 5 times a week to the entire country. You only have to connect people to this presentation to build your business, right? And in that process, you get to build this thing called a channel of distribution. But it begins with you. You've got to make the decision to become a wealth engineer, to become a product owner here at DuePoint. And then you've got to go out and start speaking to people. When you start speaking to people, I promise you people will join this business. And in this little example, we've got 5 people that have joined your channel of distribution. And those 5 people have gone out and connected other people. That is where the power of duplication lies. You get to enjoy that leverage that we afford you in this business. Your channel can grow exponentially if you bring good people into your business, right? This is what you own. This is your asset. This is what pays you out every single month in the form of a DuePoint return. So how do we pay our wealth engineers? This DuePoint return is based on a fee of R27.50 for every product that you have in your qualified channel, right? We pay you more the closer the product is to you. So when you go out and connect people personally to DuePoint, we call that your first point, right? Anyone you connect personally to DuePoint is on your first point. And on your first point, you can see on the table, we pay you double that R27.50. You're earning R55 for every person. Remember, it's recurring income every month for every product on your first point. And so if this weekend you went out and connected 10 people to this business, you would be earning R550 every single month. Because it's recurring income, we can extrapolate that to annuity income, annual income, R6,000 a year. Go out and connect 10 people this month, this weekend. Take that a step further. Those people that you've connected, go out and connect other people. That's called your second point. And again, on the table, you see we pay R55 on point 2 as well. So if you had 100 people on your first and second point, suddenly you're earning R5,500 a month, R60,000 a year in recurring income. and so on and so forth. Those people go out and connect other people, and we allow you this leverage, right? The third point, the fourth point, fifth point, all the way down to the eighth point. The multiplier reduces all the way down to the eighth point. But we don't stop at point 8. That's why the little plus sign next to the 8. So no, there's no limitation to how much money you can earn at DuePoint, because we don't limit the size of your channel at DuePoint. Our ambition is to create long-term relationships with you. We want to see you happy making a long-term commitment into this business, a lifetime commitment. Because when I say to you there's no limit on the size of the stake that you can have at DuePoint, how big a stake can you build in 40 years? Stop looking at this as a business 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. I know we need money now, but that's not the point of DuePoint. The point of DuePoint is to make you wealthy. Wealthy! Not to pay you 1 month. So we need to lift our eyes to the horizon and go, what can DuePoint do for me in 40 years? What is your employer going to do for you in 40 years? It's just going to pay you a salary, and that's it. You get to pay your bills. You get to be lucky if you keep your job. Don't complain if you don't get a raise at the end of the year, because there's 10 million people without jobs. Just keep quiet and carry on working. We have to start building something for ourselves. Something that can grow every single month, where your income can increase monthly, not 3% a year, right? That's what we're trying to do with DuePoint. People still won't understand, okay, but how much effort is required to do this business? How many people do I have to connect to make money? When am I going to be rich in this business? We built a 5-year plan, right? This 5-year projection follows someone who's been able to connect 2 people a month into their business. Right? That's only 1 person every 2 weeks. It's very moderate activity. So let's see what they do. After 6 months, they're going to be earning around 2,500 Rand a month. Now you might be deciding, oh, that's not a lot of money. 6 months of work, only 2,500 Rand. I need money much sooner than that. But one of the things we need to do in this business is, if we're going to make you wealthy, we need to make you think differently about money. Do you agree with that? That if you want your circumstance to change, you have to change as a person, right? And one of the things we need to change is the way we look at money. We all look at money. This is the mistake I make all the time, is I look at money like a consumer. You give me 2,500 Rand, I know what I can spend. I know what I can buy with 2,500 Rand. We all do that. If I gave you 2,500 Rand today, and you put it in your back pocket, in your purse, in your wallet, how long will that cash last? Maybe by the end of the weekend? It disappears quickly, right? You ever go to the ATM, you draw cash, it goes, and you've got to sit and think and go, what did I do with the money? That's how consumers behave. Our economy relies on consumers. Consumers are all in debt. So how do we start thinking differently if we want to become wealthy? We start becoming ambitious about the idea of becoming debt-free. Start focusing on getting rid of our debt. It is the first stepping stone to becoming wealthy. Can you be wealthy if you owe other people money? Never. Not even the bank. Right? So this little example, 2,500 Rand, you might say it's not worth a lot, because I can spend it so quickly, so easily. What value does it actually have? But if you had a bond of 1 million Rand, a property that you were paying off, a house, over a 20-year term, and you put 2,500 Rand as an additional payment into that bond, it'll save you nearly 900,000 Rand in interest and allow you to pay that property off, not in 20 years, but in 11 and a half years, if we think differently about the money. By month 12, you're earning nearly 9,000 Rand a month. And we'll go through this quickly. End of year 2, you're going to be close to 28,000 Rand a month. End of year 3, close to about 50,000 Rand a month. After 4 years of doing this business, 2 people every single month, close to 70,000 Rand a month. And then after 5 years, 60 months, you're going to be earning about 85,000 Rand a month. If you connect 2 people every single month into this business for 60 months. See, now this it doesn't often get people excited, because this is just an equation, right? It's a formula, it's a projection built by actuaries. Very complicated and very realistic. And that's why it's important for me to introduce you to people that do this business, right? So, every month we showcase a couple of wealth engineers who come up onto stage and they get to share their experience with us. So, this month we've got Michael. He's from Johannesburg, born and bred in Johannesburg, been in the business for 18 months. The value of his channel sitting at nearly 10,000 Rand a month. You can see the work he's done. That bottom number, his first point. Those are personal connections he's made. 63 people. Those 63 have helped him build a channel that's nearly 250 people in size. He didn't do it on his own. That's the leverage. That's the power duplication. That's how you get to 10 grand faster, right? Bring in good people. Then we've got Philip. Philip is a wonderful individual because he's doing this from a farm near George. He doesn't see anyone. He does everything on social media and WhatsApp. He speaks to about 100 people a day, new people a day. Think about that. So he's putting in a lot of work, right? You don't have to do 2 a month. You can do 50 a month if you want to, right? So what is he doing? In 7 months, he's now generated, oh, I love Windows. In 7 months, he's generated nearly 20,000 Rand for himself from a farm near George. Let's do that. He's connected 105 people in those 7 months. Those 100 people went and found another 350 because now he's got 450 people in his channel. We've got thousands of people joining this business every single month. Everybody is different. The system is identical for everyone. And you all get to engage in the same system. If you want 85,000 a month, you make that decision. No one decides for you. And so now you've got liberty and accountability placed on your shoulders, where you get to choose what you want, but you are responsible for what you get in this business. That's exciting, right? That's exciting because you get to choose what you want. At work, you don't. Go tell your boss how much you actually want to earn on Monday. We can't, right? We don't even do it. How many of us have ever asked for a raise? Hardly ever, right? We don't. That's just not part of employment. Your boss tells you what you get. You applied for the job, maybe you get a raise every single year, maybe you get a raise again when you get promoted, and that's it. You're in this box for life, defined by your experiences, your education, and that's it. You don't get to move out of it. I'm saying here at DuePoint, there's no limitation to what you can take, but you have to take it for yourself, right? There's intention in that. And on top of the returns that we pay our wealth engineers, we've got a rewards program. So the rewards program rewards you when your channel size, when your qualified channel size gets to these different sizes. We call them ranks, right? These milestones. And there are rewards waiting for you on top of the money you're earning every single month. And a lot of them are cash checks, but some are not cash checks. So let's go through a few of those notable ones. At rank 5, we give you a business toolkit made up of DuePoint merchandise and stationery because we want you to look professional. Always, right? You can buy the stationery and the merchandise from day one. You don't have to wait to get it for nothing at rank 5. But this helps because when you go out and you start speaking to people, you have to create a good first impression, right? You're not selling product, but you're selling yourself. You're selling DuePoint as a brand, right? You always want to look as good as possible. At rank 7, we give you business cards valued at 17,000 Rand for one set of business cards. Think about that for a second. 17,000 Rand for one set of business cards. Why? Because when you go sit down with someone, we want you to look immediately better than every business opportunity that has ever passed over that table before. 17,000 Rand business cards will do that. Rank 9, we get to invite you and your family to our Rank 9 International Conference. It's 7 days away. It's an all expenses paid trip, right? You don't spend a cent. We get the black car to come pick you up at your driveway. You pile your family in there. You leave your wallet at home. Bring your Speedo, your bikini, your passport. That's all. We fly only business class with DuePoint. Right? And you get to enjoy this every single year for the rest of your life. At this stage, you'll be earning 20,000 Rand a month. And that number will be rising. So let's take a look. We've documented our last 2 trips. I want you to imagine yourself with us in Mauritius at the end of the year. December is close. And this is available for every single one of us. Every single one of us. The record is 5 months to get to 1,000 products. How does that look? Not so bad, eh? You get to enjoy spending a week like a millionaire, because that's where DuePoint's trying to get you. 2 ranks later, we spend R250,000 buying you a brand new car. We pay for that car cash. It is placed in your name. It's registered in your name. There are no DuePoint stickers on it. You're not a DuePoint billboard. It's your car. You get to drive that car home, park it in your garage, knowing there's no debit order at the end of the month. Who's ever bought a brand new car that has no finance on it? That would be a good day, right? That's a good day. Not many of us get to do that. How much closer are you becoming wealthy in this process? Right? People do this under 24 months. The program goes up to rank 28. We're only 11. This is the cheap car. Can you make a lifetime commitment to this business? Does it look like it's worth it? I hope it does. I hope it does. But our business is very much built on the products that we've innovated for the market, because at the same time, the products that we've designed speak to wealth creation. They speak to wealth protection. And they've been designed to be accessible to everybody without discrimination. Access Wealth is our first product, an investment and an insurance product rolled into one. It's going to cost you only 324 Rand a month. 100 Rand gets contributed into a tax-free investment fund in your name. You've got full access to that fund. And then the insurance portion is 120,000 Rands worth of personal accident death cover. We make it non-discriminatory because we don't discriminate against your health or your age. As long as you're over the age of 18, the product is the same price for everybody. Doesn't matter what your age is, doesn't matter what your health condition is. We don't want to know what your blood sugar is. It doesn't matter, right? It is a straightforward, clean-cut product built to create wealth and protect wealth at the same time. Wealth Guard is only insurance. It is 249 Rand a month. It gives you 1 million Rands worth of personal accident death cover, available to everybody over the age of 18. Again, the premium stays the same for everybody, regardless of health or age. Then we've got our funeral cover product in the form of Family Wealth. This is probably the best funeral cover product in the country at the moment. For 299 Rand a month, you get 20,000 Rands worth of funeral cover. It covers up to another 5 family members. As the principal member, we will cover up to 10,000 Rand of debt that you might have upon your death. And then you can increase this cover to 30,000 Rand. You can also increase it up to 10 family members. And again, no discrimination. There are no excluded pre-existing conditions. Anyone over the age of 18, you do, however, have to get in on this product under the age of 70, right? But once you're undercover, you can live to 150 and we'll still cover you. This becomes a whole of life product for you, right? Then we have Legal Guard, which is our brand new product we launched over the weekend. It's going to cost you only 249 Rand a month. And this gives you a lot of protection with regards to legal risk. You have up to 250,000 Rands worth of cover with regards to legal expenses. You can see everything that we cover there, from legal representation. In other words, you've got a lawyer who will help you through divorces, recovery of damages, agreements, contracts. There are a plethora of different legal things that we cover with this product, and it is available to you. That lawyer is available to you 24 hours a day. Right? Because often when you need to phone a lawyer, it's not during working hours. 365 days a year. And with this product, you can add additional family members at just 25 Rand a family member. So awesome product in Legal Guard. And then we have Wealth Points. Wealth Points is a lifestyle product. It costs you 299 Rand a month. And this product aims to lower your monthly expenses. Think about everything that you're spending on every single month, right? Those habitual costs that you have. We call them our monthly expenses. And inflation loves our monthly expenses. With this product, we hope to stem the tide of inflation. We hope to lower your monthly expenditures because, look, we've partnered with a list of companies that you see there. If you engage in these businesses as a Wealth Points member, you get to enjoy the discounts and the services that we've negotiated with those companies. And so if you can lower what you're spending every single month, you can get rid of your debt sooner. You can become wealthier sooner, right? And so this product also very much speaks to wealth creation. We have done brand new training videos on each of the products, so go look at those. They're available in your app as well as on YouTube. And then for the people that need money fast, who needs money now? Trick question. It's not a trick question, right? We all need money now. This is how you do it. So we've got the Achiever Quest. If you're able to do hard work in the month, good work in the month in building your channels, to the extent where you're able to connect 10 or more people in a single month who pay successfully in the same month, we will give you 5,000 Rand if you do 10 on top of your returns, by the way, on top of your rewards. If you do 20 people, we'll give you 10,000 Rand. If you do 30 people, we'll give you 15,000 Rand on top of your returns. And so your first month as a brand new wealth engineer who's just starting to build their business, if you do 30 in the month, you'll be earning at least 16,500 Rand in your first month of DuePoint. Awesome, right? And you can do the Achiever Quest every single month if you want. And then it'll hint, if you do 30 a month for 12 months in a row, DuePoint will pay you about 1.4 million Rand in returns and rewards. All right? Because we've got a big incentive attached to being able to do that for 12 months in a row. A little bit of background on our business. As I said at the beginning of the presentation, we are a division of a very well-established insurance company called Constantia Insurance Company Limited. We were formed in 1952. We are listed on the Joburg Stock Exchange. We are audited as a public company, right? So that's good to know that we are publicly audited every single year. And then obviously as a financial business, we are regulated by the FSCA, right? And you can go look all that up. My point in telling you this is that I don't want you to be skeptical about our business. We are inviting you to join a very well-established business, right? You have to be proud of the partnership, because when you go speak to other people, they will see in your eyes whether you trust this business or not, whether you are 100% committed or whether you only have 1 foot in. I don't want you to be 1 foot in. My father once said to me, I asked him, he's a gold miner, very successful production miner. He's one of those gold miners in management, but he would go underground and he would drive the trucks and he got involved, right? And he's been very successful. He's very good at making businesses, mines that aren't profitable. And I said to him, why do you love it? Because they have so many issues on mines, right? Besides labor issues and things breaking down and safety concerns, when they lose money, they lose tens of millions, right? One shift decides to go on strike, that's millions they lose in a shift. And I said, how do you deal with the stress? Why do you do it? And more importantly, how are you successful? How do you make it work when half the mines in South Africa are losing money? Think about that. 50% of all mines in South Africa are losing money. How do you do it? He said, you want to know what it is? He says, about commitment. You want to make it work? You have to be 100% committed. You can't be 95. That 5% will let something in the door that is going to make you fail. You have to be 100% committed. If you're 100% committed, you will win. If you have any skepticism left, go to our website. Go to the Constantia website. Go to the FSCA website. Go to Conduit Capital's website. Go find out everything there is to find out about this business that you are partnering with, so that you are 100% in, that you trust this business, that you're willing to make a commitment, not for 1 month or 3 months or 1 year, but you're looking forward to 40 years with this business where we get to build wealth together. That is our ambition. That's the FSP number that we operate under, so you can go look on the FSCA website. All our financial licenses under Constantia, they are on the wall outside in the foyer. And so what is the decision? The decision is not whether you want to join. If you are thinking, I'm about to ask you, you're going to join or not, sorry to disappoint you. I don't want to know whether you want to join. I'm speaking to the people that have already decided they want to join. To those people, I'm saying to you, be intentional about this business. Do not treat it like a hobby. Do not treat it like a New Year's resolution. Do not decide you're going to do it when you feel like it. You are here out of necessity. What does that mean? It means we are forced. We are forced to look for something else. Because the system, the economy is letting us down, right? If your job did everything you needed it to, you wouldn't be here. You'd be getting an increase of 10% every single year. Your retirement would be looking great. But that's all fantasy. And so you're here out of necessity. So I want you to make the decision, how are you going to connect people this afternoon? That's how we do the business. You've got to go speak to someone. Today, tomorrow, Sunday. Speak to people. That's all you have to do. Connect them to the 35-minute presentation. Getting started, you've got to register yourself as a wealth engineer. It's going to take 5 minutes. You can do it on the website as well as on our DuePoint app. Download the DuePoint app for yourself, because this becomes your primary business tool, becoming a wealth engineer, and then go watch all the training. The training will take you 30 days to become an expert at DuePoint. Don't have to go do a degree. 5-year degree with a 50-50 chance of getting a job. Right? This is 30 days, and I guarantee you will make money. You'll make money in your first month. Go connect 3 people. That's how you start making money. We don't pay for 1, we don't pay for 2. We start when you've got the 3rd person in, paying successfully in the same month. You'll earn that 165 Rand at least. Right? And if you can do 3, you can do 3,000. That's where we begin. Cape Town Encounter, a reminder to book online for our Cape Town Encounter. Absolutely free. Go invite as many people in the Western Cape as possible to come to the Cape Town Encounter. Brendan's going down. He's going to spend about 3 hours doing a business seminar where he entrenches people's belief into this business so he can help you build your channels out the Western Cape. So you're earning money in every province. That's your ambition. You want your own channel. Your own stake in DuePoint must not be in one town. It must be all over the country. This is how you do it. You take advantage of these encounters. Reminders for our rank 4s and above of our Converge Awards evening at the beginning of February next year. This is motivation for anyone who's not rank 4 to get to rank 4 by the end of January so that you're invited to this very special event. And then for our rank 4s, make sure you get your tickets paid for and you nominate your guests to come with you so we can send them invitations. Merchandise, we've got a 12% discount on USB sticks at the moment from our online store. That's the host of merchandise you can get. The shirts are also new. Arm yourself with merchandise. Why? Because it paints a picture of credibility when you go speak to people. When you sit down with someone, they don't see you as this casual amateur trying to do something on the side. They see you as a professional. I promise you, I've worked for 25 years in advertising. It works. You have to make a first impression that counts towards trust. No one does anything unless they trust you. The merchandise helps you do that. Right? We don't make money on the merchandise. These are tools for business. And then all the social media platforms we're on, engage with us, like us, connect to these platforms so that you are connected to this business. Right? You may not be here in Johannesburg or near head office. Doesn't matter where you are in the country. Connect through all these platforms that we're able to engage with you on a daily basis. You can download the app for Apple and Android devices, and that's the online store. Just go to the website, dewpoint.net, click on the store button. You'll see all the merchandise. We'll deliver it anywhere in the country for you. And with that, I think we're about to make the second half. The Springboks are still winning the rugby. Yes. I think it's 17-3. And for every audience that I get the pleasure of addressing, I thank you for your time, for making it out for 35 minutes to come see that there is possibility to make this year, 2019, the last 3 months of the year, prosperous. So you can have a better December this year than last year. Better January 2020 than last year. Make 2020, set it on fire for yourselves because you can. Right? Our day jobs are not going to do it for us. And I don't think there's another business opportunity in the country that has got as little risk as DuePoint offers, with so much reward and opportunity on the table for you. So I wish that you're all able to find prosperity for yourselves this year. You don't have to wait for it. Thank you.